Before you spend another dollar on an LSAT prep course, you need to hear this. Group classes where you're just another face in the crowd and automated platforms that promise personalization might actually be the reason your score isn't improving. Over 20 years of teaching the LSAT, I've seen where these methods fail, and more importantly, I've seen what works. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my own LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Now, last week, I had a conversation with a student that stuck with me. A student, let's call her Sarah, spent months in a $2,000 group LSAT prep course. She attended every lecture, did all the drills, and followed their curriculum to the letter. Her result? Her score actually went down on test day. Now, you might think this sort of thing is a fluke, but I've been hearing stories like this my entire career. Students in the group courses and on automated platforms consistently improve less than those who follow a personalized study plan. Today, I'll break down why this sort of thing happens all too often, the common traps to avoid, and how you can take control of your LSAT prep with a smarter approach. Now, let's start with the big picture. The LSAT is unlike any other standardized test. It doesn't just measure what you know, it tests how you think, how you analyze, and how you adapt under pressure. But here's the problem with most LSAT prep options. The group courses are designed to scale. It works for their business model. They teach hundreds or even thousands of students at once. The instructors can't cater to individual needs, and your interaction is often limited to typing questions into a chat box. You can't even speak with the instructor directly. The other common prep options are more automated platforms, which promise quote unquote personalized learning through AI, but they're essentially pre-programmed systems that treat every student like just another data point. Now, these methods may work for some people, but for the vast majority of students, they're not nearly enough. Because the LSAT is a test of strategy, not memorization, and generic solutions can't teach you how to approach the test in a way that works for you. There are three fatal flaws in the big corporate group prep courses. The first flaw is the group setting. On the surface, these seem like a great idea. You're in a structured online environment with live lectures, and you can interact with your instructors, maybe even your peers, through a chat box. But here's the catch. You're competing for attention. In a group of dozens of students, maybe 50, 100 or more, the instructor still has to stick to a set curriculum. They can't slow down for you if you're struggling with a concept, and they can't skip ahead if you've already mastered that concept. And of course, typing questions into a chat box isn't the same as having a real conversation. Often, your specific needs or misunderstandings just don't get addressed at all, and you fall farther and farther behind. What this means is that if you're someone who learns best through discussion, asking questions, or working through examples step by step, the group settings might leave you feeling stuck or overlooked. The second big flaw is the false personalization of the automated platforms. Now, these automated platforms promise to adapt to your needs, but let's unpack what that really means. Most of them rely on algorithms to adjust your curriculum based on your performance. If you miss a question, they give you more questions of the same type. Now, that might sound smart, but here's the problem. They can't diagnose the why. They don't know why you're missing the questions. Are you misinterpreting the question stem? Are you struggling with timing or second guessing yourself? They treat all of those the exact same way. They just give you more questions of that type. The second big issue is they lack flexibility because by definition, computers follow rigid rules. They can't say, hey, let's step back and review this foundational skill, or you're actually overcomplicating this. They can't look at how you're approaching the question. And so in the end, you're stuck in this cycle of repetitive drills without ever addressing the root cause of your challenges. It's like trying to fix a broken car, by repeatedly changing the tires when the engine is actually the problem. Now, the third big flaw here is the illusion of progress. Both the group courses and the automated platforms are great at making you feel like you're improving. You watch a video or you complete a quiz and you see your progress bar inch forward. But the kicker is, real improvement comes from targeted practice and deep understanding, not surface level metrics. Now, here's a common pattern I've seen. Students in these programs report feeling confident leading up to the test. Then they take a practice test, or worse, the real thing, and realize their skills haven't translated to actual score improvement. The illusion of progress without actual progress can be devastating because you've put in the time, the effort, and the money, but you're not seeing results when it actually counts. So, what's the alternative? The key is a prep strategy that's tailored to your actual needs. And here's what that looks like. First, it involves real interaction. Whether it's a coach or a mentor, you need someone who can answer your specific questions, give you direct feedback, and help you understand not just what you're doing wrong, but why. You need a personalized study plan. Instead of following a generic curriculum, your plan should be built around your strengths, your weaknesses, and your schedule. It should evolve as you progress, focusing more time on your weaker areas and less on what you've already mastered. And third, of course, it should include real LSAT questions. No LSAT-like questions. Of course, the best way to prepare for the test is to practice with the real thing. I've seen this approach work time and time again. Students who switch from the group lectures or automated platforms to a personalized study strategy often make dramatic improvements in a matter of weeks. Here's a quick example. One student stuck in the mid-150s after months of group lectures jumped to a 165 by switching to a tailored plan. Another, overwhelmed by the automated drills, saw a 12-point increase after focusing on targeted practice and real-time feedback. These are not outliers. They're the result of a smarter, more focused approach like the ones we offer at LSAT Unplugged. We create for all of our students personalized day-by-day study plans laying out exactly what to do every single day from your start date all the way through to your actual official LSAT test day, and we pair it with private one-on-one coaching on a consistent weekly basis to support you through your test, helping you with accountability, motivation, and support. Just you and your coach in a real interactive dialogue, looking at what you're getting wrong and why, so that, of course, you can avoid making the same mistake again. If you'd like my help, if you're interested in finding out more, you can check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out, because the LSAT isn't about grinding through hours of study or following a cookie-cutter program. It's about learning to think critically, adapt quickly, and approach the test strategically. You don't need a lecture, you don't need an algorithm to see real improvement. You just need a plan that works for you. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.